All right, welcome to zZounds Live. I'm John, and we're hanging out here with Justin. What's going on, man?
How's it going, guys?
Hey, so we are looking at the Orange Acoustic pedal here, and you've had this thing for a couple days, and you've kind of been messing with it and getting to know it. Do you want to kind of give a brief overview on the pedal?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So Orange has released this brand new acoustic pedal. So it is a preamp, and kind of piqued my curiosity about it because, you know, it's Orange and they're releasing an acoustic pedal. So not something that they usually do. So naturally, I was pretty interested in it. The thing is great. I'll give you guys a quick rundown about kind of the features and what it does. But essentially, in a nutshell, it's just a super transparent preamp. So really clean. They designed it that way, and it works exceptionally well with acoustic guitars. So that's what we're here to kind of show today.
Nice. And it's got like the 3-band EQ, but then it's got some other kind of features to it that make it a little bit more functional for whether you're playing live or in the studio or however you want to use it, right?
Absolutely, yeah. So the main features of the pedal are the 3-band equalizer, like you mentioned. But what kind of makes this unit stand apart is a couple things like an actual buffered effects loop, which is super handy. So later we're going to show some sound samples with 2 of these other pedals hooked into the effects loop of the Orange acoustic pedal.
Awesome.
But also it has a couple handy features that are good for acoustic guitar players.
Yeah.
One of them being the mid controls there. There's actually a notch knob, which is right here. And this knob is going to select basically from 68 hertz all the way to 1.2 kilohertz. So pretty much square in that low mid-range. And it helps for kind of taking out troublesome frequencies, or for instance, if you're gigging live as an acoustic guitar player and you start getting feedback problems, that's what that control would be really handy for.
Awesome.
So you can actually, remove unwanted frequencies that might be causing things like feedback and everything.
Perfect.
And then if you notice over here, there's the Q control. So that's going to adjust the width of your mid frequency as well. So all 3 of these knobs will work together.
Awesome. Well, let's see what this thing sounds like. You want to play a couple licks, or?
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah. So give you a basic run through of everything, basically right down the middle. So yeah, obviously you can hear it sounds super clear. It's transparent so that you can kind of not have too many extreme changes to the tone of your acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
Because every acoustic guitar player, when they play, you work really hard to find your acoustic guitar that works for you. So the pedal's gonna be transparent enough that it'll work with it, and you'll still hear the sound of the acoustic guitar.
I think we have the Walrus Juliana and the Dispatch Master. Those are turned on right now. Should we turn them off and kind of see what just the pedal is sounding like here?
Yeah, good call. So yeah, this is it just with the acoustic preamp. So yeah, really great. Just sounds really
awesome.
great.
And you mentioned too, like having the guitars is a very personal thing, piece of equipment that you're using. So you want to have that tone come through as naturally as possible.
Yeah.
And that guitar sounds great. You're playing a Martin right now, right?
Yes. Yeah. This one came out not too long ago, but this is the GPC 13E. So it's one with the zero cote back and side. Looks really pretty. I don't know if you guys can see that. But yeah, the thing plays and sounds great. Figured we'd give it a test run here with the Orange pedal. So
there we go. That's awesome. Well, cool, man. Well, like I said, you've been messing with this thing for a few days. So do you have some settings and stuff that you've been kind of messing with that sounds good to you? Or?
Yeah. Let's give a run through of it. Help me out here and let's adjust some of those EQ knobs there. I'll just play a couple riffs and we'll show everybody out there what it sounds like in the range of those EQ knobs.
Cool. So we'll take the bass all the way down.
Yeah, I'll just play a riff and you guys can kind of hear what this pedal will do. So it's got a really subtle EQ curves on it. So, like I mentioned before, it'll keep the character of your acoustic there. So it's not going to be an extreme change in sound. It's more for like fine tuning and dialing in like a sweet spot for your acoustic.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll just kind of sweep this thing up as you're playing.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
to noon here. Yeah, this is, like, when we got that bass all the way up there, that low end really added
Right?
a nice little amount there. That was
Yeah,
perfect.
exactly. So yeah, if you got a guitar that's maybe a little bit brittle or thin sounding, I mean, it adds enough thickness there to really liven up like a thin sounding acoustic.
Yeah.
And my favorite part about it after spending more time with it was that it's never going to be like totally boomy, you know, like when you
Yeah.
get like a preamp and you turn up the bass and then everything just kind of sounds all
kinda
muddy and
washes
gross.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, this one's a lot better at that.
I was gonna say it really keeps its clarity, even with
Exactly.
the low end present like that.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, let's try the treble.
Yeah,
We'll
let's
go
go
up to
treble. So we'll go all the way down here.
that. Yeah, I'll play the same riff there.
Cool. Yeah, that was a great riff. Cool. So and that's treble all the way up. So you can hear. We'll back it down a little bit here.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just here. It gives that sparkle to it. So yeah, just super nice.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely. And I think too, like when you're dealing with like an acoustic pedal or preamp pedal, you know, you want it to be subtle enough where you know it's still bringing out the original sound from the guitar, but
Exactly.
also kind of add the missing parts, you know, or depending on the room or you know
Exactly.
things like that. So it definitely adds a nice touch there and has a great range.
Absolutely. So the cool part is the mid knob, like I mentioned before. So we'll get to hear kind of the sweepable notch filter kind of choosing that mid frequency that the pedal is going to be accentuating. So that part I believe is on a different circuit in the pedal as well. So,
Okay.
but like I mentioned before, it's great for like maybe thickening up the like sound of an acoustic or getting rid of that honk that you might get sometimes.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, that boxiness. So, anyways, yeah, let's look at the mid knob.
Okay. We'll start all the way down here. That's with the mids all the way up. We'll back it down. Noon here. Yeah. Perfect.
So yeah, pretty cool, right? Yeah, just subtle enough, but gives it some extra color. And I actually played several other acoustics through it, like I did like a Dreadnought and a couple other size acoustics, and I felt like you could always kind of dial it in, even if you had a bigger body or a small body acoustic guitar. So I was pretty happy with how versatile it was. But the funny part is it looks like a simple unit, but you know when you spend some time with it, you can
Yeah.
get a lot of ground out of it. So
Well, I think that's the cool thing with it, you know, is you can use it in the most simplest way, you know, that you feel you need it for. Or if
Absolutely.
you want to dive into it, you can really, you know, dive into it and you know, really kind of hone in that tone that you want. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
super cool.
And like I said before, it actually has a buffered effects loop. So yeah, we've got a couple. We've got a chorus pedal and a reverb and delay over here hooked into it, and it also works really well if you don't want to worry about like onboard effects or if you don't have
Sure.
any effects. This is just an extra like cherry on top. You got a buffered effects loop. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So how about if you're, you know, if you're gigging and you're going between like an acoustic guitar and electric guitar, is that something that you can just incorporate this into your current pedal board and then run kind of like an acoustic guitar off that board there? Or?
Sure, yeah. There's a bunch of options that you can connect with. We actually have the pedal running both the balanced XLR output and the unbalanced quarter-inch out. And that actually is pretty cool because you could send the normal output, the unbalanced output right here. You could send that to a guitar amp, like
Yeah.
an acoustic guitar amp that you like running, and use that. Or you can run the balanced output to a PA or
Yeah, yeah.
a soundboard.
You can
so-
leave the amp at home.
Yep. Yep.
One less thing to carry.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
So I think that's definitely on people's radar. You know, coming back to live music and things like that. Where like we look back and we're like, why did we carry so much stuff to the shows? You know?
Yeah, you really start feeling it again if you gig.
But I'm sure we're all missing that a little bit, you know.
Absolutely, yeah. This is just in time, right? The Orange releasing this is just in time for for gigs coming back. And
yeah, definitely. And I think too, being focused on, acoustic and things like that. It's, acoustic players sometimes, acoustic guitars sound great acoustically, and plugging them in sometimes can kind of diminish that tone a little bit or that sound that your beautiful guitar is producing.
Right.
And this kind of helps keep that tone intact.
Yeah, exactly. It just kind of gets it sounding its best there, because there's nothing worse than finding like a really great acoustic sound, getting to the gig and plugging in and just hating your amplified tone. So
yeah,
this one actually was one of my favorites that I've played lately, just because of the fact that it's neutral. So it's running at 18 volts right now too.
Okay.
So that keeps it super high headroom, which is nice. And they actually designed it with a single-ended like JFET circuit, and so that's all Class A. It's super fancy schmancy for any for any nerds out there that like that stuff.
Yeah, that's getting into it.
Yeah. But that's it's just intentionally designed to be as transparent as possible. Super clean headroom. So yeah,
awesome.
You can obviously hear it when we play.
Yeah.
It's just
I think everything's at noon here.
Yeah, this thing just sounds great.
Perfect. A pedal where you can just put everything at noon and it sounds good. That's my kind of pedal.
Yeah. Like I figured we could just kind of hear a couple extra sound samples. So if you want to mess around with some new EQ settings, feel free to sweep around. See, it sounds good. I'll just do some playing here for you guys.
Knobs.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Yeah,
Really
just
great,
kind of
right?
moving those around a little bit.
Yeah, really great. Yeah, I'm been having a good time with this this pedal. So
cool. And just a reminder too, if anyone has any questions about the pedal, feel free to throw them in the comments, and we'll try to get to them here. So that was with the Dispatch Master on, which sounds awesome. So if anyone is wondering, Earthquaker Devices, Dispatch Master, reverb delay. You can kind of add a subtle reverb, and you can take out the delay even if you want to, right?
Yeah, they're independently operating on that pedal. So yeah, I kind of have the reverb as the primary sound on here with a little bit of delay mixed in. So
awesome. Yeah, it sounds really good.
Yeah, what acoustic guitar player doesn't like some reverb and some delay on it? Yeah.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Should we throw on the Juliana here?
Yeah.
Cool. Let me give that there a tap.
So yeah, really cool, right? Yeah, just sounds great in the effects loop. Just keeps everything really right where it should be.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. I mean, what can I say?
I know, right? Yeah, it's like we're all just
like
sitting
you're
here.
Hearing it.
We're just sitting here bathing in all of this great acoustic tone.
Serenading.
So yeah.
Well, we're hanging out in person, for the first time in over a year or so.
Yep,
so,
yep.
I can enjoy your guitar playing live.
Oh, appreciate it. Man. Appreciate it. Yeah.
But yeah, that's awesome. So, if you're someone that, let me get a tap there. If you're a pedal person and like to mess around with pedals, and maybe acoustic guitar isn't your primary route, you can still have fun with pedals and play acoustic and try new things. And
it's great. Yeah. If just for anybody out there looking to have just a really great preamp, give you a little bit of extra body to your acoustic sounds, it's great for live. It's great for recording at home, and it's great for using with amps, PAs. They really designed it with connectivity options in mind, and so yeah, it's pretty much an all-rounder in terms of an acoustic preamp. So yeah.
Cool. Well, I feel like that it really kind of covers a lot there, and you know, it really is something that you can kind of turn on, put it at noon, and
Everything sounds good. No matter
everything
where it's at,
sounds
everything
good.
sounds good.
Do you want to go ahead and just play a couple more riffs here, and
Play us out?
I'll kind of adjust some knobs and
Yeah,
cool, man.
sounds good.
Awesome. Well, cool. Well, thanks for stopping by, everybody. And, you know, you can grab this at zZounds. There's a link, a featured link in the stream there that you can click, take you right to the product page. You can also find Walrus products and Earthquaker Devices products at zZounds as well. So feel free to take a look at those. And thanks for stopping by, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, thanks for listening, guys.
Alrighty.